Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to the Mickelson Racing channel. Well, it's not evening for me, but you guys are watching this. It is evening. We are going to take the Caprice to the track. That's right. We're going to run some quarter-mile shindigs in this big old behemoth. So we got to do some maintenance first. First of all, we got to clean all of this garbage off of the car, underneath the car. There's gravel everywhere. I won't make you guys sit through that, but we got to clean that up. Secondly, we have to change the oil. This oil has been in here for, I think, a couple years. It hasn't been driven hardly at all in the last couple of years, but it's been in here for a while, so it's disintegrating. It's broken down. It's old. Not good. We got to put some fresh oil in this mofo. Got to get this thing all up to sniff, new oil filter, all that stuff. Make sure that that's all good. And then we can finally think about taking this thing to the track. So let's get started with all the boring stuff. That way we can move right on in to the exciting stuff at the racetrack. Getting a little cloudy, but that's all right. We're still going to go to the track and see what this big old pig will do. We have got oil changed, filter changed. That oil was so thin and so black, it was really gross. I can't believe I was running it like that. I still have to go to the car wash, wash all the garbage out and get all the stuff off from underneath. I did pull a bunch of gravel out of the cross members and stuff on the underside, so at least that's not going to sprinkle down the track when I go down. I did get some fresh zip ties on the front bumper, so look at how much better that looks. We have all sorts of ground clearance now, thanks to some fresh zip ties on the front end. I used 4 zip ties on the front bumper, so really breaking the bank on that. But at least hopefully we don't rip the bumper off now that I fixed that. But that's about it for now. Check the tire pressures, and if all goes well, I got a little treat for you guys. Something special before we hit the track on the Caprice. We'll see if it works out. If it does, you'll see it. If it doesn't, well, we're not going to talk about it again. So easy as that. We'll see you guys when we're on the way to the track. All right, guys, we made it to the track. We are here at Interstate Raceway in Glendon, Minnesota. It is a cool day, so hopefully the cars run really nice. A lot of people here, more people than I was expecting there to be. This is a smaller track, so we get a smaller crowd, but quite a few people here, which will be fun. We are running test and tune today with the Caprice. This will be a real blast. And remember how I said that I had a little surprise for you? If it all worked out, well, check this out. We got ourselves some VMS Racing 17x10s with some Hoosier DR2 drag radials. I am pretty freaking stoked about this. We're just letting the Caprice warm up right now. Added our new sticker. Check it out. If you guys want some of these, hit me up in the DMs. We can hook you up with some stickers. Just letting the Caprice warm up right now, but I am just stoked about these 15x10 VMS racing wheels. I've never had a nice set of drag racing wheels before. I've been told these are forged aluminum. I'm not really sure, I guess, what they're made of. I didn't do much research. These were a used set from a local guy, so I was able to pick these up. They're 275 4017s, which is about 26 inches tall by about 10.5 inches wide or something like that. So quite a bit smaller than my street tires, but they are drag radials, so I'm hoping they hook up really nice. They fit really great with the Z01 brakes. I was a little concerned about fitment with the Z01 or the Brembo, Z01 Brembos back there, but we got great fitment, so pretty excited about that. And we are still running the factory C6 06 18s in the front, so letting this thing warm up, getting everything up to temp, getting the rear end up to temp. We're going to get the engine up to temp and the transmission up to temp, and all the bearings and stuff. We're going to jack it up and let it run and whatnot, just like we do with the Impala. Same story. We are just running test and tune today. I believe I said that. So we're just going to go out there and have some fun. We can compare our time slip to the draggy, but most importantly, I just want to see what this thing is really going to do. We did a 12.8 on the street. but I think we can do much better than a 12.8 here at the track if our drag radials hook up. So teched in, warming up, see you at the track. All right guys, we had an oil down and basically we've been waiting to make a pass for about 3 hours, and we're finally gonna make our first pass here. And we're one pair away from the burnout box. We are in the Caprice for the first time. Really hope these drag radials hook up. Got high hopes for that. Get some traction. We'll get into the high 11s right now. Cool weather means good times. That was a mess of a pass. Absolute mess of a pass. Pulled up to the stage beams and the lights flickered. Pre-stage flickered and went out, and then stage flickered and went out. And so I just sat there. I couldn't get it to the stage. And then one of the line support guys told me to just keep coming. So I'm not sure what happened on that stage beam, but I feel really bad because I left the other guy there. He was just burning down at the stage beam. That was just wild. So I was holding up the show there. I felt pretty bad about that. I'll probably go up to this guy and talk to him afterwards and make sure that he knows that I wasn't trying to hurt him in any way, but that was definitely my fault on that. It was kind of weird that the stage light would flicker and go out again. I don't know if I didn't see anybody walking in front of it, but maybe it could have. Amateur move! Amateur move. You'd think as a guy who's raced over and over and over that I would know better than that. So
I think you dropped some gravel.
I did?
Yeah. I know you did because I watched and there's a shitload of rocks under you.
Oh really?
Yeah. That's why he was blown.
Oh. So I caused him to hold up. I pulled up to the beam and the pre-stage lit and then went out, and then the stage lit and then went out, and so I just sat there. I was like, okay, what's going on? And then the guy came up next to me and told me to go forward more, and then they lit. So I don't know if somebody walked in front of it or so. I want to talk to this guy behind me because he was sitting there.
Yeah.
And I want him to know that I wasn't trying to cause him a problem, because that's kind of a dick move what I just did. All right guys, I'm pretty sure our launch was terrible, our 60 foot and stuff. We did have a 1.99 60 foot. I'm almost positive that I spun. We had just a tough pass. It was, I don't know, this track is not being very organized today, so we had a tough time at the staging lanes, and lights were going off and whatever. But we had a 1.99 60 foot. And then we ended up running a 12:35 with a 0 at 115 miles an hour. So a mile an hour was great, but our time was down again because our launch was, well, it needs improvement. So we're gonna go up there today on the second pass here and see if we can get a little bit better launch out of it. We looped around and just went right back in line. Oh, looks like they're telling us we can't go again. Anyway, we're gonna try to get at least 2 or 3 passes in today, but the way the track's running, I don't know if we're gonna get it. Well, folks, lots of confusion going on today. They're doing like prep or cleanup or something about 20 or 30 minutes after every pair of cars. It is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on or what is what the problem is, why they would be doing that, but we're 3 cars away from making one more pass here in the Caprice. A big shout out to my mom for giving me a birthday present for the business in the form of a GoPro 9, which is filming me right now. So thanks, Mom, for the GoPro 9. YouTube is going to appreciate that very much for the ease and quality of the GoPro 9.
Did you get all the rocks out?
I hope so. I was back in there cleaning. I didn't.
Buddy, it's not like we not mad, man, okay? Don't even be worried about that.
That guy, I talked to him last year. He said he had a 65 Impala too, which obviously we have. So we had a pretty good heart-to-heart last year. He's a real cool guy, but he said it was fine that I laid basically a whole gravel road on the racetrack. My bad. Sorry, everyone. I'm probably the reason for all the cleanup and track prep. Here we go, guys. Round 2. Let's give her a rip. This thing pulls so hard up top. So hard. I wish the 60-foot would be better. It just does not stop pulling. Oh, this thing would be freaking sick on a half mile. All right, that went a lot better. That went a lot better. Ah, that was a lot of fun. We did spin again, which, God, that's annoying, really annoying. How do you keep a 4,000-pound Caprice from spinning when you're making 500 crank horsepower, 460 to the tire, allegedly, according to Remington. Remington is the gentleman that built this car initially. Here we are, burnout box, one more round. Hopefully we don't spin this time. I'm gonna ease into it a little more. go, guys. That thing moves out! Gosh dang! I can't believe how quick this thing is. It just keeps pulling on the top end. Gosh, it just can't get that stinking 60 foot down. I love the cooling system on these PPV cars. The PPV package comes with this just massive cooling system, and this car never gets hot. It never gets hot. It is insane. It hardly even increases in temperature. So that is just amazing. I love the cooling system on these, and they come with a transmission cooler too, and everything just stays really, really nice and cool. All right, guys, we did have some improvement this time. Our light was way better. I launched on the yellow instead of the green, so that cut about half a second off our reaction time. We did have a 196 60 foot, which is an improvement by just a hair. We did not get a 330 reading, which is interesting. We did get a 1320 at 12.29 at 116 miles an hour. This thing just moves out up top so hard, but we just can't get past that 60 foot. That's what's slowing us down. That's keeping us out of the 11s, and I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do about that today, but that was a pretty fun pass, and we'll see if we get some more in. All right, guys, we're going to call it a day. We gave it a fair shot. We made 3 passes today. We were here for 6 hours, so that was a lot of fun. We're still struggling hard with traction issues, and so that's why we're going to give up for today. We obviously need to change something up with suspension or tire, or something needs to be going on with that. We got our street tires back on here. The street tires are like 2 inches wider than the drag radials, but the drag radials are supposed to be softer compound, better for traction and all that stuff. So we gave it a fair shot. We ran some pretty good numbers. There we go. I ran him twice. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool car to run, but ran some pretty good numbers. It is definitely faster than the Impala, but it is not quicker than the Impala. And I think it could be quicker with some better 60 foot times. So we got to deal with some suspension work, or maybe some tire work or something. I don't know, but we got to deal with that. And we're gonna definitely come back to the track and see if we can find some improvements. The weather was great. The track was not that great. And the tire was even worse than that. So we're gonna end it off there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Check out that i8, pretty sick. See you next week on the Mickelson Racing channel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe right here in the corner of this video.